Scarlet and Violet sets are soaring after Tcgplayer's 10% off sale for Black Friday. Let's dive into the data and see what's going on. All right, guys, this is crazy. Pretty interesting to see this data and see what's been going on this weekend. Like I said, Tcgplayer had this 10% off sale. They've been running for a couple days now, well, 3 days now, and it's on everything on their website. And it's really interesting just to see how everything's selling because of this. So even sets that haven't been getting a lot of love, like Scarlet and Violet, look at this sales volume here. Over 140 of these things have sold this weekend. Absolutely crazy. And it's pushed the price up a little bit more, even nudged the price of Scarlet and Violet up. It's incredible even to see on the base set. Paldea Evolve, man, is the star of the show. Paldea Evolve has sold over 350 boxes this weekend. Incredible. This set had gone down here to about $131, and it's right back up into about the $140 range right now. So all these sales this weekend sent this box jumping up $10 or about $10. Absolutely incredible. Paldea Evolved is such a good set, and it's cool to see people recognize that, take advantage of this sale, and jump into Paldea Evolve. I think a lot of these probably were investors too, because I think investors see that the opportunities with Paldea Evolve. It's a really strong, fantastic set. You've got that Magikarp Chase. You've got just a lot of breadth. It's actually a pretty high hit rate set combined with a very large set. Makes it really fun to open, and yet still gives you that chase to try to hit those specific cards. 151 was interesting. So this has been absolutely hyped up recently. The prices have been just incredibly high. Booster packs have been almost $9 a piece lately on the open market. And it was interesting to see that really we didn't see a lot more sales of the 151 ETBs, which probably is because they're already at such a ridiculously high price. And the booster bundles as well. I mean, they sold a little bit more, but only 200 and something booster bundles this weekend is pretty small compared to like booster boxes that, cost a lot more and have more packs. So I'm actually surprised to see not as much 151 moving, but I think it's because the price has just become so expensive on these. A lot of people are like, the rush doesn't feel like it's there. Paradox Rift, man, I love this set. I talk about it all the time. I've got a whole video on why I love Paradox Rift. You should check that one out here. But it's cool to see Paradox Rift getting some love this weekend. Over 140 of these sold, and the price just jumped right up. Before this big sale, Paradox Rift was little under $107, and now it's 117-ish market price. Pretty awesome to see. So it's right up there, almost to the $120 mark. We're finally seeing Paradox Rift move, which is really exciting to see. I think this is just an underappreciated set, and it really deserves it. So if you're wanting to get Paradox Rifts, I don't know. It's possible this may settle a little bit if more hits the market, but this may be the last call. I don't know. It's tough to tell. I don't want to give you FOMO, but yeah, I don't know. Paradox Rift might be starting to move. Maybe starting to do what Temporal Forces is doing. Man, this thing is on an absolute tear. We saw it go up recently, and this sale this weekend, not even 100 of these boxes sold, which is crazy. So not even that crazy of a volume has sold, but look what the price has done. The price has just jumped right up to almost $140 a box. Incredible. Temporal Forces on a tear. It does make me wonder if this box keeps going up and up and up and kind of pulls like a Twilight Masquerade. I could see maybe Pokemon reprinting it sometime next year. No one ever knows. No one has a crystal ball to know what's going on with that. I did get this one out of order here. My apologies, but Obsidian Flames sold over 200 boxes. And this set oftentimes gets critiqued as being kind of a weak set. I did a whole video on why I think it's actually a much stronger set than people think. But yeah, it's really cool to see so many sales. So many people actually recognize that this is a good set. The price doesn't really reflect much of a change, but it's been hovering right here in this like 120 to 125 range, which feels really healthy for Obsidian Flames right now. This set's only been out for a year. it's about time that it finally kind of starts moving. It'll be interesting to see if maybe this spikes up a little bit after this, or if we continue to get more supply in the market. There was a restock of Obsidian Flames recently with distributors. The wholesale program I'm in got more Obsidian Flames, so probably some of what we're seeing with this price kind of decrease right here is just more supply hitting the market. But I think there's a bright future for Obsidian Flames, especially if you're considering investing. Twilight Masquerade, this set kind of skyrocketed up to, almost 170 and then has been going down since. But we saw a lot of people get really interested in it for this sale. Over 200 boxes sold. So I think that provides a little bit of strength to it. It's definitely a well-loved set that kind of really caught everyone off guard. It will be very interesting to see if they reprint Twilight Masquerade. I personally am not buying at this price, especially with potential reprints coming. If you love it though and you're a collector and you don't necessarily care long-term wise, I think you're going to do just fine in Twilight Masquerade. So even if they reprint and it drops the price below 150, one day it will probably eventually be well above 150. So I don't know. Maybe not the best time to buy, but probably also not the worst time to buy either. Stellar Crown, not a big fan of this set, but it is increasing. It's going up. It didn't get a lot of volume for the weekend sale. Only like 150 boxes sold. You can tell that most of the market agrees that it's not that strong of a set. However, prices are jumping from under 110 that they were just recently, all the way up to about $120 a box, which is really interesting to see. So it is making a move, and it hasn't been out that long. It's only been out like a couple months. So kind of crazy. Could just be part of the overall bull run of Pokemon and packs just selling out in different places. Shrouded Fable, this is the one that really didn't get a ton of love. It did get a volume increase for sure for the 10% off sale on both the booster bundle and the ETB, but the prices are not moving much. This makes it look like the price here is changing a lot, but really you're looking at like, about $31 to maybe $34, so like a $3 move. So a little bit of a move, but nothing too crazy. Shrouded Fable, I think actually has phenomenal illustration rares. I think what hurts this set is that it's small and it doesn't have any really great chase cards. At least in my opinion, the chase cards are so kind of meh. I think it needed some better chase cards, and this could have been a really strong set. Surging Sparks, well, no surprise guys, Surging Sparks sold a truckload of boxes. Over 450 boxes sold this weekend. Pretty wild. I am surprised to see that the price of this has not gone up from all of that volume, but if you look at this volume compared to kind of some of the other recent volume, kind of makes sense. So, time will tell to see what the lasting impact of this will be as this continues to dry up on the market. I think there's rumors of reprints for this set sometime next year, but it's sounding like it's going to be maybe February or later. And there doesn't seem to be anything official or anyone really knowing for sure, but everyone does seem to understand that the distributors have not gotten any news about any more coming this year. So I could see this box continuing to do well before Christmas, just as the supply dries up. But yeah, anyway, just a real quick kind of video to update on everyone on what's been going on in the market with the Tcgplayer. I just think it's fascinating to see all of these sets across the board, almost across the board, going up, especially like the weaker, the quote unquote weaker sets like Scarlet and Violet Base, for instance, even, or some of these other sets that have been out of the limelight. It's cool to see Paradox Rift moving, Temporal Forces moving, Obsidian Flames doing well. So really interesting. But yeah, keep your eyes open, guys, for deals. I still think right now, if you're wanting to invest in boxes, I still think those early sets are better deals. If you miss Surging Sparks, maybe look out for the reprint in the future to get into it. But I don't know. Personally, I just feel like buying in at 200 as an investment at this point, I think you carry a lot of risk. So it's more of a purchase for people who want to rip the box and want to gamble that much money at this point. It's up to you. Shrouded Fable seems to be a really good buy right now. If you're just wanting to rip packs, Stellar Crown's still pretty affordable too. Obsidian, Paradox, those are all affordable. Scarlet and Violet is affordable. And honestly, I think Paldea Evolved and Temporal Forces, even with their increased prices recently, I think are still good buys, and are still going to do really well long term. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like. It really helps out a lot with a small channel, and I'd love your subscription. I have all kinds of other videos coming out. I don't do a ton of market updates, but I thought that this was just fascinating data with this whole huge sale we had this weekend and seeing everything move up. I just wanted to talk about it. So hopefully it was interesting for you guys. Let me know what you think about all of this. If you think these prices are going to come right back down, if you think they're going to continue up, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Thanks a bunch, guys. We'll see you later.